Hey math superstars! We're going to take a quick look at how you find slope given 2 points. So this is just a quick review from what we did in class today. So we will be taking a quick look at 2 problems. But first, before we do, we need to realize that slope will always continue to be, right? Slope, we know it as rise over run. And when I say that, I'm thinking rising with my y, and I'm thinking of running with my x. The other thing I'm going to be thinking about, I'll put a little line here, is delta y, or the change in y over the change in x. And then what you guys are working on today is our wonderful formula. So our formula for this is m equals y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Okay, so now that we know this formula, we can label our points. So our points right here, this would be x1, this would be y1, this would be x2, this would be y2. So now we can do the subtraction given our formula. So y2 would be, we're going to put m, negative 15, right, minus a negative 16, right? We're adding and subtracting integers, so you're going to want to use your calculator with these because it can get difficult. And then we have negative 7 minus 19. So I'm going to get out my calculator because I want to use my calculator. I get my calculator out. I'm putting in negative 15 minus a negative 16. And what you notice is you get a positive number because you are changing these. You're doing a keep, you're doing a change and a change right here, right? Because a negative and a negative is going to make a positive. So what we have here is we're going to have 1. So m is going to equal 1. And then we have negative 7 minus 19. And that's going to be negative 26. Now, we're not going to want to leave the negative 26 in the bottom like Ms. Dombrowski was saying. You want to leave it up in the top. So our slope here, we got a funky slope. We have down 1 to the right 26. That would not be fun to graph. Let me say that for sure. Okay, so we're going to move on to our next one. Move on to our next one. And it's the same formula. So we'll do this one in a different color. Let's do it in blue. So we got the same formula, the y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. We're still going to label our points. This is x sub 1. This is y sub 1. This is x sub 2. This is y sub 2. So we're going to go m equals negative 7, right? Minus a negative 19. And once again, I'm going to want to use my calculator because I'm dealing with adding and subtracting integers, and I'm dealing with negative numbers, so that makes it definitely a little bit more difficult. And below, my x sub 2 minus my x sub 1, which is 1. That one's easy. What's negative 2 minus 1? Negative 2 minus 1 is negative 3. And up top, these signs are going to change, but if you put it in your calculator, you'll notice that it changes it for you automatically, and you get a positive 12. Now, you don't want to keep the negative in the denominator, but you're going to notice if we go down here, 12 divided by a negative 3 is going to be a negative 4. We can have a slope at negative 4, but if we were graphing this, we'd want to put it over 1. So our slope would be negative 4 over 1. So that is our review today for finding slope given 2 points using the slope formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So make sure you watch this video. If you have any questions or concerns, please email Mrs. Dombrowski or myself, and we'll see you in class next week. Have a good one. See you guys.